What up, guys? Mad Viking Story Channel back. Got some wrestling news updates for you guys. Quite a bit, actually. Start off with probably the biggest news. I'm sure you've already heard. Nakamura beat Samoa Joe in Osaka, Japan the other day. So now that makes him a two-time NXT champion as well. This might not be the end of their rivalry because they're scheduled to meet in a few days from now in a steel cage match in Australia, so potentially Samoa Joe could win the belt back. But just going along these lines that Nakamura manages to defeat Joe again. He is scheduled to fight Bobby Roode in the NXT Houston, the next big pay-per-view there. So either way, this is going to garner some headlines and some what-ifs. Like I said, there's a possibility Joe wins and he gets the belt back. But chances are, maybe he doesn't, and maybe this is his next step into the main roster, which he's been rumored to be going up to now for weeks, if not months. And it's been a rumor that he's going to be a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble, which I think would be just a roof popper right there. That'll explode any arena where the Rumble's going to be. And of course, like I said, if Nakamura retains, he fights for Roode, who became the number one contender in the last big show. So, I don't know, the next few days will be very telling. For Cena news, Cena's up for an award for Celebs Gone Good for his charitable work. He was nominated for it last year, but I don't believe he won, so he's being nominated now for 2 years in a row. And I would say chances are pretty good. He's probably getting nominated this year because he's done a lot of extra stuff with Make-A-Wish, and there you go, and a bunch of other charitable foundations. So if he wins that, I'm sure that's going to be all over WWE TV. And this will be pretty cool. I'd like to see how he does. He's going to host Saturday Night Live in December. That's December. God, I should have wrote the date down. So that's coming up soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Let me see. Let me scratch it off. Wrestling rumors, wrestling news is that Undertaker is wrestling at the Royal Rumble, and his potential opponent is going to be AJ Styles. I think that'll be really cool. I'm sure AJ would be pretty stoked. It's a dream match, I'm sure, for him. But I've heard if he fights AJ, he's going to beat AJ and then go on to WrestleMania to fight Cena, where he'll lose and also lose the title, making Cena a 16-time heavyweight champion. I don't really care about the 16-time heavyweight champion thing, but come on, does Cena really need the victory over freaking The Undertaker? I mean, AJ's new. Does he really need a boost? No, but if he's the guy that runs the champ that runs the camp, boy, that's a big boost for him, is it not? It really wouldn't be believable for really anybody else in the roster. Orton's wrestled him a billion times. Ambrose beating The Undertaker, I don't know, that's a little for a push. You know, like I said, I like the rumor of Bray Wyatt being thrown in there, but I keep hearing Cena at the WrestleMania, but I don't know, man. Like I said, Cena doesn't need that win or that push. He's practically out the door now. I just think that's stupid. So hopefully it doesn't happen. I'd like to see Undertaker wrestle again before Mania, but why force him to? He just got done having hip surgery, man. And he's like 52, 54 years old. I would imagine that takes quite a long time for a dude who's not very active to heal up when they're going to force him to have all these matches and shit. I don't know. WWE is crazy. WWE is rumored to start raiding Ring of Honor's roster. There are a lot of contracts in Ring of Honor are coming up at the end of December, which is really dumb to have them all come up at the same time, because then somebody like the WWE, granted, who else is going to come in and swoop up contracts? TNA? Possibly. But they're going to come in and supposedly make some moves for some people, and they've already signed away Steve Corino, which I was pretty stoked at, because he can still wrestle, even though he's not going to be used as a wrestler. Maybe he will at some point, like a spoof match or something. But Steve Corino, finally in the WWE, can you believe it? But he's going to be used as an NXT trainer. What a waste. But they are rumored to be going after multiple talents, including the Young Bucks, which I don't believe is going to happen because the Young Bucks don't want a heavy touring schedule. They're heavy into their Mormon faith, and they like to be home as much as possible and see their family. And I don't see them going. Maybe they would do it for a year or two. I don't see them going on the road and being, away from their family. What is it, like 220 days out of the year? I just don't see it. But the WWE is interested in the Young Bucks, who I think they would just treat like total dog shit because they've been suing the Young Bucks and the Bullet Club and everybody else now for years for doing Too Sweet and all the other NWO catchphrases, Super Kick Party, things like that. Like the WWE had anything to do with any of those things, but they were suing them over the handshake, all that stuff. So I could see them just being total pricks, total bastards, bringing these guys in and having the shit kicked out of them legitimately on like a medium to bogus type push for a year or two or however long they sign them, and then the Young Bucks would walk away. But do I see them giving them a serious run? No. I mean, I'm still just shaking my head at the current roster with Gallows and Anderson. The potential they had there with Finn Balor and, what'd they do? They had the fans all worked up, drooling, and they gave us nothing. But the WWE is also looking at Adam Cole, which I thought a long time ago. I always said in my head after they signed, what was his name? Seth Rollins, but he was Tyler Black. After they signed him years ago, I knew the next one they would sign would be Adam Cole. And lo and behold, 3-4 years later, Adam Cole. So, but that doesn't mean these are targets now. They haven't signed these people. Cesaro tweeted about a week ago after their mishap on SmackDown that he, quote, has had enough. He tweeted this. And it didn't take very long for Kenny Omega of the Bullet Club to tweet back, "What's your shirt size, bro?" Meaning he was offering him a spot in the Bullet Club. I think that'd be pretty cool. Cesaro's deal is up pretty soon, so there's going to be some moving and some shaking going on. I don't know. Also, big news out of the Bullet Club world. Ryback. Ryback is going to be their big new monster. He's expected to join the faction any day, any week now. And I can't wait to see how that goes down. Ryback is going to be in the Bullet Club. So if you don't watch Ring of Honor, kids, you're not going to see any of this. Because they do side promotions with New Japan that, has the Bullet Club, and the Bullet Club will pop up in Ring of Honor and New Japan. So you'll get to see that when that happens. So that's interesting. Ryback is a Bullet Club member. And they were supposedly going after Cody Rhodes, too, but I haven't heard anything more else about it. I haven't even seen or heard that he's been to Japan yet. And Cody Rhodes news, speaking of Cody, in my last wrestling news thing, I was scoffing at, hey, whatever happened to Global Force Wrestling? Well, apparently it still exists. They filmed all these TV episodes and all these things for their show called AMP, even though not a single episode has ever been aired or bought. But Cody Rhodes recently wrestled Sanjay Dutt and took away the Next Gen Championship from him that Sanjay's held since their birth of Global Force. So now Cody Rhodes is a champion outside of the WWE, his first championship, the Next Gen Champion. Okay. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, recently I was away on vacation and I finally just caught up watching SmackDown and Raw. And I do want to point out that when they were in Scotland, I thought the reaction from the crowd for Bayley and Sami Zayn was just phenomenal. You could fully tell it was pissing Charlotte off beyond belief. But I love the way that they reacted in the ring, and even how Sasha Banks played it off. She actually got the crowd to quiet down after she started singing the lyrics. But But Banks beating Flair, though. Cool moment, but they're running out of these cool moments, are they not, with Sasha Banks and Flair? At this point, what else can they do? Flair beat Sasha Banks in her hometown. Sasha Banks beat Flair in her hometown. The women's title's been passed around like a bowl of popcorn now. It's like almost pointless. New feud. Even though it doesn't bother me, this was probably their best match. But it is getting a little bit pointless at this point and a little bit old. Stale comes to mind. So I don't know. The WWE needs to start looking for some more women if they don't feel that they can go to another storyline this soon. Get a little deeper with the roster then, other than having 6-on-6 on each roster. Because you can't have the same people feuding all year long. It's not the 80s anymore. It's not going to fly. But like I said, I was really impressed. I don't think I missed a damn thing all those weeks when I watched SmackDown, but Raw did look pretty good. For those of you who don't know, Evan Bourne, he got arrested recently in Japan for smoking the herb, and he is in Ring of Honor currently. He's potentially going to go to prison for 2 to 3 years there because they're that strict on marijuana smoking there. So prayers go out to Evan Bourne, kids. If you ever want to see that, well, we'll see him again. But Jesus, smoking a doobie will get you 2 to 3. Good Lord. Like I said, poor Evan Bourne, man. Oh, jeez, this is going to enrage some people. Not only are all of our divas or our female competitors dropping off the market left and right like flies, the new, soon-to-be married and fully engaged Bayley. It's done, boys. No more drooling over Bayley. Bayley is engaged to her longtime fiance, Ryan Solo, an independent wrestler. I've seen a picture of him. He don't look like much. Tyson Kidd has recently been quietly removed off of Divas, which I think is a little messed up on the WWE's part. At least it could supplement his income a little bit since he can't wrestle anymore. And I totally know why they're doing it, because now it was the year where he's past the healing process. He already knows now, but it wouldn't be airing in that order on the show that this is around the time where he realizes now that his career is over and he's being forced into retirement. And of course, they don't want anything like that airing on Total Divas as a bummer, and to show people that the WWE didn't really take care of the guy. So he's been quietly taken off the show. I've seen 2 episodes so far, and they were at Natty's house for one, and you could see a guy laying on the couch, and as they start to pan up his body, they just cut out so that that was Tyson Kidd. Poor Tyson Kidd. Rumors for Seth Rollins versus Triple H at Mania. That's all supposed to be because Triple H screwed him in front of the title that night when he jumped barricade and beat everybody up and handed Owens the title. A little weird that Rollins sits around for like 5 months and stews on that. But that's Triple H's weaselly way to get into the WrestleMania. So that's the rumor anyway, but I guarantee you that's supposed to be happening. Roman Reigns' Mania plans. Head scratcher, kids. Supposedly he's fighting Braun Strowman. But I've also heard he's potentially fighting Goldberg. But fighting Braun Strowman? I don't know. There's no way in hell they're going to let him lose to him. But if he does lose to Braun Strowman, woo, that's going to knock him down the totem pole. Oh yeah, just like the CWC, months and months ago, I told you they were also going to be doing a women's tournament. And that is coming up. So far, they've only signed about 6 names. One of them is Kimberly, Evie, Heidi Lovelace. Looks like a dirty girl in the picture I've seen. Tessa Blanchard, who I'm excited for. I have a crush on her. That's Tully Blanchard's daughter, by the way, from the Four Horsemen. She is a good-looking lass. Rachel Ellering. That's Ellering's daughter from the manager in NXT, the Road Warriors ex-manager. He's made the twins, the power of whatever the hell they're called. That's his daughter. Dina Perazzo. And this is all supposed to start somewhere early 2017 after the New Year's. So if it's anything like the Cruiserweight Division Championship thing, there's going to be 50 women brought in? So this could be interesting. Because like I said before, Velvet Sky showed interest. She was rumored months ago to be in it. Angelina Love tweeted that she would love to be in it. I don't know how these girls are, but the WWE seems to show no interest in them at all. And Velvet Sky, man, is, god dang. I would pass up on that, even for the tournament. Shit on them all you want. They're TNA girls. But bring them in for the tournament. Shit. The Rock announced he and his partner, Lauren Hashisia, have announced on Instagram that she is pregnant. So The Rock will now be a father of 2, and he's playing it smart. He's not marrying the chick. She's his partner. Shocking news today. Lesnar popped up in Mexico City and fought Rusev in a 5-minute match at a house show. And it's his first match in the WWE since losing to Goldberg. No, I didn't see any news or pics on it other than he just showed up tonight as a surprise or whatever. Hey, I got nothing else to do. Let's go do a house show. Which is kind of shocking. A house show? Really? Matt Hardy appeared in Ring of Honor to announce the Hardy Boys are coming to TNA to win the titles from the Young Bucks, which is sparking interest to me because I love Ring of Honor. And the Hardys have never won the Ring of Honor titles, so they're obviously securing their legacy. I don't know if they've ever been to Japan. No, they've been to Japan, but not as the Hardy Boys. They've probably been to Japan as single competitors. But that's just opening the gates because if you remember on TNA, Matt Hardy, as Broken Matt Hardy, issued the Tag Team Apocalypto Tag Team Tournament, and it was open to any and all contenders from any federation, where he even threw down the gauntlet and challenged the New Day, even though we know that's not happening. But the Young Bucks had already said they were more than interested to join it, just as long as they wouldn't be called by their TNA names, whichever it was. They had really stupid names. So they were obviously in. But I think that tournament, whenever it goes down, could be very interesting. Because, like I said, anybody could show up. Who knows? Obviously, there'll probably be a lot of Japan dudes, things like that, because TNA has an open relationship with them as well. But that has a lot of potential. So expect Ring of Honor and TNA, they're working together, obviously. So there'll be TNA guys going to Ring of Honor and Ring of Honor guys going to TNA. So I think that'll be pretty cool. There'll be some pretty decent TV tapings coming on pretty soon. If head scratcher here, by the way, Sophia Grace coming to SmackDown. And I know a few of you are like, Sophia what? Sophia Grace? Well, for all you boys and men out there who don't know who she is, and I know there's quite a few of you, Sophia Grace is the little girl who would wear pink ballerina outfits with her cousin. And she would rap while her cousin would mouth the words and dance on Ellen. They've been doing it since they were 4 or 5. Now they're probably in their teens. But for whatever reason, Nikki Bella invited this girl to SmackDown, and she's agreed to come. So I guess we can look forward to a 14-year-old girl showing up wearing a pink ballerina dress who's going to dance and sing Nicki Minaj songs. Why the WWE is even doing this is beyond me. I'm like, are they that desperate for some type of celebrity? And I wouldn't even say she's a celebrity. She's just like a centerpiece for the Ellen Show. But whatever. I guess that's it. I have some footage from my NXT show that I went to. God, what was that? Yesterday? So disappointing. It was not in the show. The show was fantastic. Who's there? The Bollywood Boys, TJ Perkins and Cedric Alexander fought Sanity to a great match. I got some photos. I have them up on Instagram. Mad Viking, look me up. Didn't do anything on Twitter. Who else was there? I don't know. Bear with me. Oh, Rick Swan was there. Who did he fight? he fought the Noah Diarra guy, who seemed, I don't know, never seen him wrestle before. And this is a house show. This was probably in front of 100 people. So, of course, they don't blow away, do mind-blowing matches. But, I don't know, that Noah Dior guy or Dar guy was kind of impressing me. And can't say that Swan didn't. But, and Lince Dorado was there. I can't tell you all the people they fought, though. There were so many names, but it was mostly cruiserweights, though, from NXT. It's weird. Like I said, I've seen Cedric now at a couple of these house shows already, but that was like a whole roster. That was basically... There was how many NXT guys were there and how many cruiserweights were there. It was weird. I know the Powers of Pain, or whatever the Disciples of Pain, Ellering's tag team was supposed to be there. They weren't there. Who was it? The Brian Dawkins and the other guy, they were the ones that fought the Bollywood boys. But like I said, this Nazi of a security guard kept fucking stopping me from recording, so I don't have a lot of footage. I gotta start, I don't know. I can't sit in the front row anymore. Unless this... It's so hard. I don't know who's going to be working security, but the last 2 shows, this guy's really cock-blocked me and stopped me from recording. Well, last show in Tampa wasn't very good because the next night was the big show in, Canada or whatever it was. So there wasn't a lot of top guys there. But there was a lot of good guys here that night. Like I said, the Sanity, Cedric Alexander, TJ Perkin match was freaking fantastic, and no one got to see it except for us. So I apologize for that. I got some footage, nothing to write home about, but I think you get to see the first 3 people who come in. I didn't get really to film too much. Oh, was it that Jack Gallagher guy? That's the second time I've seen him. He beats people with headbutts. He knocked some little Asian dude's teeth out the last show that I saw him at in Tampa, and I thought it was like an accident. Because the little Asian guy looked like he was going to go headbutt him too. But when he was going to headbutt him, he caught Gallagher right here, but Gallagher's forehead right here. Sickest thought I've ever heard. Who did Gallagher fight in this one? It's on video. But I swear to God, this kid's going to have concussion syndrome and all that crap in less than a year. He cracked this dude's skull so hard. I don't know, man. There was no leg slapping to emphasize the sound or the noise or any of that. It's just skull on skull. I don't know. He's going to start breaking his forehead open here pretty soon, too. But you watch Jack Gallagher, the English gentleman guy. Start looking out for that guy, man. He's sick. But anyway, this video is starting to run a little bit long. I got it. My Black Friday stuff is here. That'll be in the next video. I'm still going to talk about the subject. I don't know if I actually mentioned it by name yet. The thing that's going on with YouTube, that'll be in the next video. I'm going to investigate it a little bit more than what I already know, so I can tell you a few things, but be on the lookout for that. Meanwhile, sub, tell your friends. 250 is my next giveaway on subs. Leave a comment. Mad Viking out for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.